Do you want me to put this on there? YouTube.
It depends if you sell work out, like if you're subcontracting, you work to a smaller company, and that would be that smaller cost.
I said, do you want me to put this video on there? Because that's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, because, say, for instance, I could go out on that subcontractor, well, that sub is being, say, it's his responsibility to make sure that he enforces
Yeah.
on the subcontractor. And so if he's not doing it, then that whole community is that sub.
Documentation is more work.
So there's no way that, I mean, we can make it part of that, like as a contractor or same people, like that, like signing, like a contract or something that they have to use the safety, all the
Oh, yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
they will use it, it's there, all the problem.
It's still gonna be on you,
It's still going to
because you hired them. So you still have to, although, as far as for a fine, an OSHA fine, unless you put that in your contract, that any fine that is responsible for them, that they will pay for it, but that would be a unique contract, everyone doesn't have that, that's not the normal for subcontractors. So usually what, people have is a project manager, when it's on site, and, yeah, usually that project manager, knows as far as the OSHA, meaning the OSHA certified themselves, and that way they can, they make sure that it's because a lot of times too, the crews, they bring the safety equipment, but they don't put it on. Just like you said. But then if someone wants to come, oh, you put it on. All of a sudden it's gonna get real fast. You know? So really it's just like it's just an inconvenience thing. Yeah, that's all it is. You know sometimes when you're little kid after you want money to go, you can hand over it. Because like you want comfortable, you know, but like you still able to wear it. It's the same exact thing with extra step that they don't want to do. But one of that,
11, thank you.
oh, you put it there?
Yeah, so they can like really hear the end.
But the employer needs to do something like that. Some kind of reprimand or discipline, and I think that that's where a lot of companies, you know, could do a better job. Just making sure that they at least hold somebody accountable.
Best and worst letters on the market that you see from a market standpoint.
That's the worst of ladders.
Like Dallas couple letters?
So definitely any kind of fiberglass ladder, non-conductive side rail is gonna be the best type of ladders, right? Yeah, it's a heavier rating. It's a type 1, type 2 ladders, right? The bad ladders that you're gonna see are gonna be those lightweight aluminum red plastic tip ladders. They're rated for 200 pounds. In fact, the stickers tell you that it's for a household use only. But be careful, right? Because it's rated at 200 pounds. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of close to that 200 pound mark myself without any tools and material. So keeping that in mind is the material that you're trying to take off the ladder is important, selecting the right ladder. Job built ladders would be another bad ladder. I think a lot of people think that they can make a ladder safe, but it's very hard to comply with that.
Will OSHA bust you for the telescopic ladder? Like the ones you carry on the front?
As long as it's rated.
It's rated, those rated 250, 300. How do you react to videos when you see guys wearing 4 or 5 bundles of shingles, being lunches and going whatever?
You know,
Is it a fine immediately if OSHA sees it? I mean, it's gotta be because the ladder is 300 pounds. It's a quick
It says don't carry any object or load that could cause you to lose your balance. That's the exact words.
But it's overweight essentially, so it's a
But
fine.
you're not allowed to have anything in your hand, so that's why every single one of my guys is provided a backpack. And they have to have both hands on the ladder. It's even in our safety program.
But you can't carry anything up the ladder. It's
not even the policy that they can't carry any object up up the ladder. They use ropes and cordons a lot of the time to bring their stuff roof. They have roofs loaded, preloaded roofs sometimes, but they have that ability to pre-load.
So real quick, especially because we got a builder in the building, so you know, that's real good. So as far as for the job sites, when people are building roofs, how often you see people with like shingles on? Always, right? All the time. So although you might see a lot of stickers like common practice, but not like the what OSHA would want, you know? So at the end of the day, that's why they have those, they have the ladders that have, it's basically like that engine, you put it on, it shoots up. Yeah, I don't know if that name. But basically, that way you can maintain 3 points of contact, because with OSHA, you're supposed to have 3 points of contact when you're climbing the ladder, and now you don't have to hold anything in your hand, and that makes it a lot more safer. So like you said, another good suggestion is having a backpack, or most of them usually have them is a tool. As far as actually carrying shingles on, you're not supposed to do that. So there we go. So yeah, you might see people doing that. Obviously, you want them to have the better tools, which would be the ladder that has the lift that's on there. But what you definitely want to know is if you're doing especially a commercial build or a build where OSHA is involved, you don't want to have guys carrying stuff like that. That's just a quick instant on it.
Load, or something like that.
What about inspections? Am I allowed to inspect out there?
Now, it's a very, very gray, sticky question, and I'm gonna answer the best of my ability. Note that I've got 20 years experience and I've asked that question to many different OSHA inspectors and gotten various answers. And I guess the best interpretation that I've kind of put together is that if there's an anchor point provided and you're up there inspecting, you should be using that anchor point. However, if they're actively working, right, and they're tied off, you should be tied off. There's no ability for you to inspect when they're actively working because they can be a distraction, right? And so they can take away from your inspecting ability and cause the distraction. It could cause you to get hurt. So be very, very careful with this. If they're actively working, because there is that exception for the inspection process, right? There's the exception for the inspection process. But if they're working, I wouldn't do it, right? And so that's really where they wrote that rule, right? It was because that just like bought the law. Right, so if you're a homeowner, you're not gonna let that guy come out and take an inspection of your roof and tie off, because in order for them to do that, they've gotta penetrate your roof, and then what? They're gonna come down and say, hey, you got at least 32 holes in your roof from my anchor, right? So they don't think that's a requirement. That's really who they wrote it for, was the guy initially going up there to do the inspection, find out if it needed a re-roof.
Can you give advice to brand new
I was just
contractors?
right there. So usually when you're doing inspections with like roofers, so when I got into the roofing game, I started doing insurance companies, right? So I wasn't the person that actually climbed the roof yet, you know? To me at first, I was like, roof, you know? You gotta do that, you can do different things, you know? So with just in general with roofing too, that's good to know that you get where you fit in. There's some people that's on the roof, there's some people that is doing marketing. Like she's still doing roofing, but she's doing marketing, you know? There's inspectors, there's people who just do insurance claims, back end supplements, you know? So there's different positions in roofing. There's even inspectors, but we just fly a drone. So we don't have to climb. Again, so technology, there's a lot of different ways that we can get away from roofing. But one thing as far as when we got in, when we were doing insurance claims, I had to inspect the roofs. So when inspecting it, you gotta climb on the ladder and you gotta look for any damages. But I can't tie off. So, because if I have to tie off, just like you said, I'm gonna have to go up there and when you're tying off, you get a rope, you get like nails, and you like tie, you knock it into the wall, into like the back piece of the frame in order to disturb it. So if I'm gonna do that with the roof that's on, I'm gonna be damaging the roof and not holes in it, right? You know, nails in it. So you be creating damages. You do the opposite of what you're intent to do if you were going to tie yourself off. So that's why when you're doing inspections, we have things like this right here. pitch hopper. So this is a nice tool that we use during roof inspections, so that way we don't have to tie off, but we can still be very safe. The pitch hopper is like the old way of couch cushions. So you see a lot of roofers using couch cushions, right? So what they'll do is they'll take old couches and they'll take out the cushions and like throw them inside of them, and they usually like square like that. And what it is when you put it on the roof, you're just able to stay on it. You don't slide off. So with this, this is the pitch hopper. It has that technology that's the same as like a couch cushion. You feel the same technology as like a couch cushion. And then it has this additional, so that way it makes it a little more sturdy. So here's the roof right there. Just throw it on the roof. That's it. See, nothing crazy. You just throw it on the roof. And you're able to say it. Well, yeah, so just like the couch cushions, when the granulars are gone, the couch cushion still is the best bet though, right? Because when you have your regular shoes, you're gonna slide. That's the slip and slide. But when you have the couch cushion or you have a pitch hopper, you're able to nail there and it's way more sturdy. So and what's good about it too is now if I'm doing repairs, just got repairs, you know? Or I can even in the city like I could do my work. As opposed to regular couch cushion, this is a little extra. We always want to have some kind of safety tools. So again, when you're doing inspections, we don't want to tie off, then there's alternatives. Any questions? No, so you're not going to slip off the roof. So for instance, you're not supposed to jump on it. Obviously, they can say don't jump on it. They're exhibit out the roof museum too. Look at this one. So on the roof, yeah. So it like slides a little, but like not enough to still feel safe. Yeah, and I would even do that and say a little jump on the roof. Yeah, this is a pitch hopper, and I also use what's called roof. Yeah, and that's the tool that goes over the ridge. The ridge is the points of the roof. It goes over the ridge and has a rope, and it goes over. So I'll show you. So the pitch hopper and the ridge rub, those are my favorite safety tools, especially from speaking from like a roofing salesperson side, but like especially not actually building the roof yet. The pitch hopper and the ridge rub. When you actually build the roof, let's say do this, you tie off, and you do this way. Ridge, yeah, R-I-E-G. Yeah, that's right. The owner invented in Brandon Schroeder, we definitely need to increase the
We just started yesterday, filed this paperwork and decided we were,
Oh, wow. Brand new advice to a brand new company would be first off, check with your local, state, or national office, obviously figure out, depending on where you're at in the country, whether it's a state run program or federal run program.
So shout out to
Try
pitch
to
hopper.
find applicable rules for what you do. OSHA does not tell you what rules you need to follow, it's up to you guys to make sure that you get the best rules. And if you don't know, obviously the internet's a good place to look, but it can be a scary resource as well. Note that you don't know where that information is coming from or how reliable it is. So reaching out to professionals in the field, like third-party safety consultants, even OSHA themselves, if you reach out to your local OSHA office, they can help you with resources on certain safety programs, definitely put you in the right place. But as far as a new contractor, that's a good place to start.
most underestimated safety item. That's so easy to follow and know where you and what.
As far as like roofing or just construction in general?
Early construction.
The number one OSHA sign of offense would be scaffolds, right? It receives more violations than any other.
OSHA rule and regulations, they can be for not being set up properly or inspected. So one thing I can tell everybody without a doubt is if you're trying to protect yourself, train your people, because if you go to the top 10 OSHA citations, in the top 10 of each one of those categories, whether it's scaffolds or fall protection, it's failure to provide training. And so if
Having training manuals.
training manuals, documentation of the training, right? Proof that you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's essential.
First thing I teach my guys, you don't have anything in your hands when you go left.
Real quick, let's talk about delivery safety. Like the boom trucks, we see it all the time. We see it here in Colorado Springs. I've seen the news where a pallet goes through the roof, or the delivery guy comes in and starts swinging pallets in the air.
Flyer fails, but all the shingles to go on one race.
So, who's responsible for that destruction and their safety protocols?
It's definitely on the supplier. That is definitely a supplier's responsibility. We've had several situations all the way from overloading roofs. We've seen them collapse on the news.
Just find video.
The most unseen condition is when your supplier gets
I watched
late
that
and
one.
they
I
throw
like
their
that one.
bundle on the
I
roof.
like that one.
And then next thing you're getting a call that your trusses are cracked. And now you're getting a structural engineer out there to fix everything. That is the responsibility of your roofing supplier. We make sure that we do a pre-start checklist before with our customers. And we go through, we actually get in their attic and we take a picture of those trusses. Because guess what? Once you repair one, you don't want to do it again. I can promise that. And if you do, you definitely don't want to pay for it. I want my supplier to pay for it.
My last question is, give maybe advice how to act or behave or talk to a OSHA inspector when he arrives and you know you're in trouble. What to say, what not to say. You're my OSHA lawyer. You need the spiel. Start talking Russian.
The first thing that you want to do is you want to find out the nature of the visit, right? Again, there's different reasons why they're there. Find out why you're seeing OSHA on your job site, right? Once you get OSHA there,
Don't they have authority just to show up?
they can show up whenever they want, right?
But they still, do they have to be authority?
They do. They must tell you their nature and the reason as to why they're there, right? And that kind of helps you, because if they were driving down the street and they saw somebody, maybe you can minimize your exposure to just what they saw.
So you're saying if they're driving down the street and they see a guy not tied off, they can come there for a focused inspection on a tie off, but my cords are cut or something along those lines, which strip, they can't find these guys.
Essentially, I mean, they're not going to necessarily look like where if it's a program inspection, today's your day, right? They're going to look at everything. But if they're there because they were driving on the street and they saw something, well, maybe you just focus on what they were seeing versus walking the entire project or job site to look for electrical cords and other issues like he was talking about. So understanding the nature. And then what I would say is less is more. Very similar to the police, right? When you speak to the police, if you were to be arrested, right, they read you your rights, and they say that you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can and will be used against you. And I think I like to point out that they say will be used against you, because I'm going to tell you that OSHA's no different, right? When they show up and you begin to speak to them, you have the right to not say anything, but when you start,
First thing I tell my guy,
Just shut up.
they have the ability to use what you're saying against you. And I remind people that when you're saying something to OSHA, they don't say that it's going to help you out. They don't reiterate that it's going to help you out of this situation. Yeah, but I didn't know. Well, listen, ignorance doesn't mean that you're not going to get a ticket. Well, we only did it for this long. Well, admitting that you're breaking the law is not going to help you out, right? So all of these things, less is more is a very safe statement, right? Knowing what you're saying, having somebody who's, quote, competent, right? OSHA asks for competent people. And so,
Is there OSHA regulations for like drinking in jail?
yeah, you can't do it. There's water. Yeah, water on a regular basis on a hot
But
day.
can they find you, like, if OSHA comes in and they see roofers drinking beer, smoking pot, what can they do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Unsafe job condition.
Really?
They're not the ones that would give you like a police ticket per se, right? So it's not against the law in that sense, but it is a violation of safety and health to be under the influence of drugs and alcohol on the job.
Is there a roof temperature that we're not
That's a very good question. I mean, as long as it's being monitored, right, the conditions of the day, I think when you start to get into the heat indexes, I think the states that have those concerns like Florida, Texas, California, those kind of areas, they kind of put things into place already. Nevada's got a requirement to supply water to people because of their temperature, so I feel like most of the states that have those requirements, kind of help.
I feel like the main points with this, which is that the real takeaways, is what we're looking for. So yes, we're gonna give you the basics, and we're gonna get you guys on our Shingle. Shingle is a platform that you're able to go on there as a little combo, so I will learn to do some more basic info too. We have a quiz on it. So we'll be able to pass it, that way we get you. Yeah, so we'll get you on our Shingle, so that way if you guys miss any other days as well, like the last 2 sessions. Every Tuesday, yeah. So this one right here, what we're gonna do is gonna be on the fall session. Yeah. Fall session is something that.
Falls from heights are the #1 cause of death in construction.
So this one is very important. So when you're doing commercial, it's mandatory for you to switch with the PPE, right? Even like the vest, right? So we have the vest. When you're doing residential, it's not as mandatory because you're not just driving around looking for it. You're not going to find it as much. But it's still, perfect practice is that's how you play perfect. If you do perfect, you do perfect practice as well. So perfect execution. So you want to be like if you're like the old ice practice. And ice practice, what's about that? Well, this you just want to make sure that you're doing the right one mistake, be a definite mistake. And fall protection is to actually save 2 of our crews. 2 of our crew guys that goes off the roof, and because they have fall protection on, you can actually fall against the ground. Yeah. And one thing that we're going to point out too is, with the fall protection, when you actually fall off the roof and you have this thing on, you always want to usually have somebody there with you as well to help get you off of get you out of the situation, get you off the roof. Because usually when you're hanging down, if you're hanging for too long, you can cause the blood circulation. And you do that, you're turning off your blood circulation. So once you're off, it's usually several, you have to wait for a while for that to happen. But once you're off, you're going to get somebody to help.
They also make up 1/3 of the on-the-job deaths in the industry. Typically, fall protection videos focus on telling you how to work safely at heights. We thought it would be more fun just to show you the basics of fall protection. I'm Rachel Wallow with Allied Safety, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the ABCDs of fall protection. So let's jump right into it. One of the first things you need to know about fall protection is the difference between fall arrest and fall restraint. Fall arrest allows you to fall. It just stops you from hitting the ground. But keep in mind, it doesn't stop you from hitting anything on your way down or swinging in to other objects once you've fallen. Fall restraint restrains you from reaching the edge, even when you really want to get there. That way, it makes it impossible to fall from height. It's kind of like a human leash. To know which type of fall protection to use, the first step is to get a scope of work and do a quick hazard assessment. Doing a hazard assessment can sound tedious, but it's really just thinking before you start your work. Look at what the potential hazards can be and how you can reduce your risk. A good fall protection plan template can be an easy way to make sure you've thought of everything. Next, plan out the ABCDs of fall protection. A is for anchorage points. When you're looking for an anchor point, a good rule of thumb is to kind of ask yourself if a 3/4-ton pickup truck could hang from that point. Now that may sound like a lot, but remember, the force of the momentum that's built up on a fall combined with our own weight can create a pretty big impact on the anchorage. These are crane pick points, and in this case, they would not be enough to be an anchorage point in the event of a fall. B is for body support. The point of a harness is to distribute the fall forces across the thighs, pelvis, chest, and shoulders to reduce the chance of injury. However, this only works works if it's worn correctly. If not, you can seriously injure whatever area takes the full force of the fall. Gentlemen, you may want to pay particular attention to this, especially when you decide to wear the lace straps loose. C is for connectors. Connectors are anything that you use to connect yourself to the anchor point. This can include lanyards, self-retracting lanyards, hooks, or carabiners. The ABCs together make up your personal fall arrest system. The most important thing here is to remember to use it. Unfortunately, in 54% of fatalities, the workers had no access to a personal fall arrest system. Another 23 had access to a personal fall arrest system, but didn't use it. Once you know where the anchor point will be, get the distance from the anchor point to the ground. Then we can do a quick calculation to check the fall clearance.
Keep it simple. With 100% all natural chicken, Tyson has protein simple ingredient essence. Get up to 22 hours of battery life with Snapdragon.
If you want, I bought
And be honest, who's on it? Cash members. We don't have Snapdragon and Dragon, but we do have some information. First, someone who deserves cash members as small as they are, and someone who makes sense for you.
I got he's gonna show you how to do it.
When you've got a classic ride, you make time to work on.
Calculating the fall clearance only takes a minute, and it's much better than wearing around your harness and lanyard all day long, only to realize your lanyard was too long when you suddenly hit the ground. First, take the length of the lanyard. If it's a self-retracting lanyard, use the maximum free fall distance rather than the lanyard length. Add in any deceleration distance, the height of the average worker, and a safety factor of 3 to adjust for an improperly fit harness or any other miscalculations. In this case, the total fall distance could be up to 13.5 feet. Since we know our anchor is at 22 feet, we know we're safe and won't hit the ground. Lastly, D is for descent and rescue. Rescue plans tend to get forgotten about, but remember, suspension trauma can occur in as little as 15 minutes due to limited circulation and blood pooling in the legs. Trauma straps can help maintain circulation and decrease discomfort while waiting for rescue. Even after the rescue, the rush of blood to the heart can cause serious injury and even death. So it's important to have a rescue plan in place that will get a response to you in about 6 minutes. Remember, calling 911 doesn't really count as a rescue plan because often they may not have the equipment to do a rescue at heights. Once you've gathered all your gear, you have a fall protection plan and a fall rescue plan, it's time to inspect your equipment. All equipment needs to be inspected before each use and at least once annually by a competent person. Inspect the 4 major components. Labels need to be present and fully legible. Hardware needs to be free from rust, pitting, and corrosion. Plastic components should not be damaged, broken, or distorted. There should be no damaged, loose, or broken stitches. Check the webbing for frays, cuts, tears, burns, paint, abrasions, or contaminants that could conceal the fibers. UV damage, like fading, also indicates wear and tear. Hold the harness by the D-ring and shake it out to get any tangles out of the straps. Slip the straps over your shoulders like you're putting on a jacket. When you're done, the D-ring needs to be in.
Watch you do it at the same time. You can get a picture. You tell that back again. So the first thing we want to do, this is called a D-ring right here. So you hold it from here. Again, just like I said, we want to just check that there's no ways that nothing's wrong with stitching, not loose, not frail. It's not when you're not on there all of a sudden it breaks apart. You know? This one is brand new, so it's not going to be less than on it. Yeah. So you usually hold it from the D-ring first, as we show it, and then you do the rope.
Or contaminants that could conceal the fibers. UV damage, like fading, also indicates wear and tear. Hold the harness by the D-ring and shake it out to get any tangles out of the straps. Slip the straps over your shoulders like you're putting on a jacket. When you're done, the D-ring needs to be in the center of your back between the shoulder blades. Put on the lace.
First, you put it on like you put on the jacket. I got you. So, this is the video right here, so this is the new jacket. So you put it on. You ready? Right here. This is the one. So you put it on. Boom. So first you hold it over here. This is gonna be the back side. Here, that's the main way. There you go. Then you put your other hand in. On this side. So the difference with our shot right here, this is a prime grip. This is their company based out of Canada. They sponsor roofing team as well. It's just the circuit is already tied on. With hers, is that strap.
Straps and tighten up. You want enough space that your hand can fit between your leg and the strap, but you want it to be tight enough that if you make a fist, you can't pull it back through.
I got you. You say, hold up, where we going? So right here with straps. So again, the difference for hers is like clips on. So you get the defeat in that. So you can yeah. There you go.
So it'd probably be easier to put it on like pants and then like.
There you go. And now you're gonna want to be able to. Just like this one. So just as right at the sides, it's just making enough where it's tight, but it's not too tight with like color circulation. Like you said, you feel like your hand. So you all the shirts over to you. And this is right here. You put down a little bit.
That straps in the mid-chest area. If this one isn't connected, it's going to make it so that you can fall forward out of your harness. Also, you want to make sure that these side straps are tight enough that if you fall, this chest strap won't be able to come up and suffocate you. Lastly, connect the waist strap snugly. After all the straps have been connected, make sure that it fits well but still gives you a full range of movement. Okay, now that we've gotten through the ABCDs, let's get to work.
Alright, so let's see how you look with it. Alright, so we got our exhibit right here. So he has the D-ring that's on the back right here. What this is going to attach to is you got a rope. So you would tie it off with the anchorage. This would be on the roof. You get the rope. This is going to tie to that D-ring on the back. That'll be strapped on there. And the other side will be strapped into the anchorage. So now you're not going anywhere. And if you fall off, they say it's 6 feet. But that should be good. As far as when you fall off, as far as the so anyone that is not that close. So you be good. Alright, cool. Yeah.
And that's how some of the basics of fall protection for you. If it was helpful, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, I'll see you guys later.
Five guys on the roof, 5 guys tied off. Because usually you'll have different anchor points. Yes, to be able to get to different parts of the roof. So usually when you're building the roof anyway, you're going to hold them on the rope. They're tied. Sometimes they might not tie off like with the harness, but they still have the rope so they can hold it. And they're usually at different points on the bridge. Okay. So you go from one area, you get to the next rope, tie it to your belt. Good question. Any other questions just with this part? Okay, so we all know that fall protection is something that's very necessary. Again, with roofing, it's the top 3 most dangerous. People die and things like that. So, metal roof? That's a good question. You still tie it off on a metal roof from the ridge area. So you take off the ridge vents, and then you still be able to tie off from the framing of the roof. Yeah, it's the same. Same exactly. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, good question. Question? Cool. Alright, so what we'll do next, we're going to do some Jeopardy. So what we do is we answer some questions, make sure that we're all sharp, we're on point, for what we've learned so far. In the meantime, we can start trying to take that off. You can run it.
I can't. No. It's on my computer. So I'm gonna put it there and then they can.
Go right ahead.
You want to continue?
That's what you do online. Alright, so we're gonna do a little Jeopardy.
Do you want to put some music on too?
I got you.
Some music.
While we play some roof tunes. So I'll be the host of Jeopardy. We're gonna have different. You guys played Jeopardy before? You guys are familiar with Jeopardy? No? It's okay. I'm gonna break it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be able to pick different categories, right? So whoever gets the most points wins. And we're gonna put a prize. And there's a lot of so we have fall protection, that's one category. Personal protection equipment, that's one category. Lab safety, one category. Roof safety, one category. This is one category. So when we're picking, we will pick. How do we actually pick the person? Like, do an order?
Or we can do rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first?
So the rock, paper, scissors goes first, and then you'll pick one. So you have to say, I'll do lab safety for 500. And then ask that question, and then say, do you want to get more points at the end, please? Okay? Good? Alright, cool. So first, Captain's picking up a number from 1 to 10. Pick a number. So the city goes first.
What'd she get?
What's that?
It was 3.
So 7, that's the closest. So 7 is the closest. So you're going to go first, and then we're going to go from there. So, you ready? Alright, so this is true or false. So, that's it for the 3 numbers. Okay, so workers must always maintain this many points of contact while climbing the ladder. Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go. Can we tap it up?
Yeah.
So 3 points of contact. Here goes your job. So we go to the next battle, which is the last safety for 300. Okay, so.
I think they do. Okay, it's like you get a buzzer, but like the person who like gets it right picks the next category.
So what you do is you're gonna hit my hand. The first person who hits my hand, that's the person who gets to answer the question. So I'm gonna ask the question first, and the first one who hits my hand as soon as I finish asking the question. Matters? Oh, that was it? This type of fall protection system uses a full body harness tied to an anchor point. This type of fall protection.
We need to get the music.
System uses a full body harness tied to an anchor point. Yes. So it is what it is the personal safety arrest harness. Okay. So that's why it's just a personal one. Yep. And let me get the Jeopardy music right. You warm it up. That's Jeopardy music right there. Okay, there you go. Now we're official. Okay. Good. Let's do the next one. So pick a category. Roof is safety for 400. Alright. True or false? Workers should throw materials off the roof. False? Okay. What do you say?
Wait.
Which one is it? Hold up. So you're supposed to answer with a question.
What is?
Okay, so workers should throw materials off the roof. The answer is false. It is false. So workers technically shouldn't. Yeah, but OSHA. But do we throw it off the roof? Exactly. If you put the trash can in the trash dumpster close, possibly, yes.
Press it twice. I think it's supposed to blank out. Press it again. And then do it again. No, yeah, it's supposed to blank out.
So last thing we did, and we did fall protection 200.
Press it.
There
There we go. It's supposed to blank out. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, did she get it right? You got it right?
So the answer, okay, again. So the answer is, are you allowed to? And really, you're not supposed to. Yeah, you're not supposed to technically. Throw it out as far. We do. But we put the dumpster close to, and then we throw it right into the dumpster. That is the most common practice. Usually when they say that to like throw it off and like throw it into like the yard and stuff like that. But that's why we put like shirts and dumpster. And that usually is the most common. Look at guys say, oh, she said.
Don't post that one.
Okay, guys, so let's go to the next one. PPE for 400. This type of glove is commonly worn to protect hands from cuts and abrasions on roofing jobs. I saw it's real simple. This type of gloves. Roofing gloves. That was so close. That was so close. What is a work glove? Oh. So you got what is work done, what is roofing done, same things. It's not even that complicated. What is roofing done? Yeah. So basically, you need gloves on to protect. You need safety gloves on, so that way you're not scratching. Grab your gloves at Home Depot, construction gloves. Yes, great.
Let's do mystery. 200.
Mystery for 200. This OSHA-required plan outlines how workers will be protected from falls on roofs. What we got? No, so we just went over. So what? And start the question. What you got? This is not a finish. What we got? Good. Fall protection plan. Fall protection plan. Make sure you don't fall. Fall protection. That's it. Fall protection. Yeah. Good simplicity, right? Right? Let's do it. Let's pause the music. What's the next one?
Who's next?
Fall protection for 400. These barriers are used at roof edges to prevent workers from falling. Oh, okay. Now pitch out was like it's good. What's what?
What is?
It's so easy. It's so simple. It's simple. These barriers are used at roof edges to prevent workers from falling. Good. Guardrails. So real simple, especially like for commercial roofs.
And it's also in your packet. Oh, you can't cheat, but I'm telling you it's in there.
Okay, so let's get the next one. Get the next one. Roofing safety 500. Let's go. To prevent dehydration and overheating ovens, workers should take breaks and drink plenty of this. What is water?
Was that 500?
Gotcha. H2O. Alright, so that was you guys pick. Are you
Yeah.
PPE for 300, personal protective equipment for 300. And this PPE must be inspected for fraying, cuts, or burns before every use. It's inspected for fraying, cuts, or burns. Fraying like it's like getting the little cuts like this. Hey, safety artist, good job. Yup.
How much was that?
That one was 300. So remember when we were doing the harness, they said it's supposed to lift about the apron, and we're supposed to check as far as for make sure the labels are right. Yeah, so they said make sure that the stitch is right, and make sure the stitch has no frayed spots or damper. They said.
So it should be him, yeah.
This is from
500.
Go big, big one. Loose gravel or granules on a roof create this type of hazard.
Oh, okay.
Roofers raise the roof. Good job, good job. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, so we get the big buzzer now. What's next? Do it again. Big one. PPP for 500. Like a PPP, like the goals. This protective equipment must be worn when workers are around. Loud tools like compressors or saws. You already got it. What is it? Headphones, sound. I mean, you almost, it's like you're saying sound protection, headphones. You got that,
You got it.
Hearing
Protection.
sound protection, hearing protection, you got that, you got that. Good job, good job. Good job, good job. What's next? What we got next? Which one? You get to would be 500 last. That's it for 500. Let's do it. This is the most important step for climbing the ladder. Ensuring your feet is set on this type of ground. Flat ground. So you said a flat ground? I think it would be that level and stable ground.
How many points? How many points was that? 500.
What's the question now?
1,300, 800, 900.
That's real quick. Let's
Sean.
no, Sean, this Sean.
No. Sean. The other guy was the Sean.
Yeah. Come on, I remember. This is Sean. You're the Sean. Got it. So Sean, and then Giovanni. Giovanni, okay? LaShawn? LaShawn. So we got LaShawn, we got Sean,
And LaShawn.
So how many points does Sean?
1,300.
And how much points does Giovanni got?
800.
And how much points does LaShawn got?
900.
We're also in the game. We're also in the game right now. Alright, so what should we got? I will go for fall protection. 300, okay. Fall protection 300. The R in the ABCs of fall protection stands for this. The R in the ABCs of fall protection stands for this. What you got? This first?
Oh, oh.
Say it again. Restrain and rescue.
He did.
Restrain. The R's and ABCs of fall protection stands for restraint. Restrain and rescue. Okay? Stacking up.
For real.
Now, get one before you get too far. What you got? Fall protection for 500? You guys ready? Alright, let's do this. This is the maximum free fall distance allowed for a proper fall rest up. 6 feet.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You're right, you're going. Hold on, you cheating. 6 feet, that's about it.
Good job.
Okay, how much points you got?
1,300.
1,300, and Sean got
1,600. You still in the game.
Alright, what you got, Johnny? Pick one. Mystery 400, let's do it. This short meeting at the start of the shift helps review hazards, weather and the day's task. This short meeting.
She got it? Hey. How many points?
That one is for 400.
Woo!
Hey. Our first shot.
900, 1200.
1200, okay. And you're right there, guys. You're right there.
13. Sorry, I was like, wait, my math. 13. 13.
Ocean requires ladders to be kept clear of this at the top and bottom to avoid slipping or tripping hazards.
Ooh.
Ocean requires ladders to be kept clear of this at the top and bottom to avoid slipping or tripping hazards. No ladder was a ladder.
You can be on the top, like,
But where do they try? What must be kept clear of this at the top and the bottom? What must not be there at the top and the bottom?
Debris! 400! 400.
Who would win right now?
Her.
Okay, awesome. Sean. This color is standard for marker safety equipment, barriers, or caution zones on job sites.
Wait, go!
You're right.
3. Oh. Who got it? Who got it? Who got it?
So technically, it would be technical. Giovanni got it because he tapped the hand like he finished the sentence.
But they all said the wrong.
But then you say the other two.
Yeah, they said orange. Yeah, she's. He got it. 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 He got it.
Giovanni got that one. Move the same to 300. This weather condition makes moving particularly hazardous due to slippery surfaces.
Oh no! Who gets it? Yep. No!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hey, Giovanni got it. He got it.
It's white.
He got it. What's the answer? Ray? Ray?
300.
Good job. Good job. Okay. Giovanni got 300. We got some more before, so this is going to be an intense right here.
This is.
This is anybody can win right now. It's anybody's game. Yeah, it's anybody's game right here. Alright, so which one we doing, Giovanni? What category? PPE 200. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Here you are. Person protecting the foot. You got this. Ready? These protect the worker's eyes from fine debris when cutting shingles or using them. What's goggles?
How many points? How many points?
That one's 200. You're the same 200? These roof openings, such as skylights, must be covered or guarded to prevent falls. said roof and rail. It's not fair because the edge is kind of
Yeah, it's not,
but not as a he said you want to be yeah, it's still not there. This is not fair.
Do you want to throw it out then?
So the entrance to this would be it's not like a hole. Yeah, so the six so the exit is.
We'll throw that one out. We'll throw it out.
That's it for 200, ready? That should be placed at this same angle ratio. What we got?
Did he get it?
Okay.
Oh.
So, no. So, 3, right? 3 is. Okay, so it's not 3 yet, but we're going to see 3 with another answer. So I want to say it, but I can't say it. Yeah. So we're putting the ladder out though. The ratio should be 4 to 1. So 1 foot out every 4 feet up. Yeah, so every 4 feet up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, you put the ladder 1 foot out. Yeah, so you go another 4 feet, another 1 foot out. Understood?
Did he get it? Nobody got it? No.
No one got it.
No one got it. Okay.
Yeah, right now, right now, take a picture, and it is also going to be on our training board.
And that one is also. That one's also.
It's a 3 feet, but not that.
That.
This part.
It's also in your packet.
Oh, it's also in that.
Yeah.
So again, so this one in particular we're talking about is when we have the ladder to climb. We're pulling the ladder away from the wall. So we put out 1 foot every 4 feet. Okay.
oh, there it is.
There we go. Okay. So you see right there, you got the facts. I wish I pick one. Mystery 100. Before lifting a bundle of shingles, a worker should do this with their legs until going back Not necessarily. Lift with the legs, not with the back. So yeah, so this is just stretch, but really, it's how it's worded. So it's really the right way how to do it. You're supposed to lift with the legs, not with the back, to avoid any injuries. Because if you're lifting at the shingles and you're lifting with the back, then you don't do it. Exactly. You're not supposed to do it.
No one gets it?
No.
No. He said no.
PPE 100, okay. PPE 100. Roofers must wear this type of footwear to prevent slipping. When it's full covers? No, yeah, also shoes. Or shoes on shoes.
Ooh.
Boots or protective Hoover bonds. So these are the type of non-resistant shoes. These are Hoover bonds or roof boots. The way that it makes it special is that it has this part at the bottom. You can actually what's the word? Replace them once they like get worn out. It's like this, you take off the top. So they're not like some bad. This actually looks like that works. We have the pads on, and this is what keeps you on the roof. So from your regular shoes, like this, I'm trying to stand up. I stand on good. You probably stand on good. You might fall off quick. Right? You probably stand with this and this on here. You're on there, and it's kind of just like having that cushion where you're able to just stand on there and you stand. Okay. So it's with this thing.
So no one gets it?
Yeah, I got this.
No one gets it? Who got it? Okay, 100. Okay.
Good. You like this bit, so this bit. Conversation? Alright, you guys ready? Conversation for 100. Let's do this. At what height does OSHA require compensation for roofing work on residential construction?
What is it?
Tap where the finish. Is it get down? At what height does OSHA require compensation? You got this.
I was gonna say 16, but that's the argument.
Hey! You said 6 feet. You said 6 So 6 feet. Good job, good job. That's 100.
Got it.
Well, we have a point right now. How Sean got?
He has 1,700.
How much Sean got?
She has 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1,900.
Okay.
1,900.
How much money you got?
He has 3, 6, 9,000, 2,000.
2,000. Okay, so I wanted to win about 100. That's it, right? How much you got in? Oh, so about 100. How much you got in?
So I lost.
No.
You got it. You can just disrupt them. Alright, so what's next? So we do last statement for 100. You guys ready? Last statement for 100. Ladders must extend this far above the landing surface when accessing the roof. 4 feet. Okay.
So who gets it? Okay.
So 3 feet. Yes, I know that now. So 3 feet in this one, the difference is when you have the ladder on the roof now, so it's on the roof, you must get 3 feet above the roof. No. So the other one is when you have the ladder and you're putting it on, let's say this wall. For every 4 feet, you put the ladder back 1 foot. So you go another 4 feet, wait, now you put it back 2 feet. And 12 feet, put it back 3 feet.
This is mine,
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly. Now, this one for 3 feet, what they're saying is.
You got it, you got it. So he won.
When it was over now, the roof now, the roof line, it should be 3 feet. Yeah, well,
That was fun.
it should extend 3 feet over the roof. Yeah.
So the ending points, Sean got 1,700.
Well, we got
Lush.
one more.
Oh, we got one more. Never mind.
Well, he won though. He won. So we can safety for 100. This is going to be the last one. Before walking on the roof, workers must inspect this to ensure the structure can support weight.
Ooh.
Before walking on the roof, workers must inspect this to ensure the structure can support weight. What you got?
Make sure that there are no like holes or leaks.
Where would you check that? Where would you check it? Where would you check it at? What was the ceiling?
This is thought.
The decking. The decking. That's what the roof decking and the structure fencing. So, yeah, so we're taking off the material. We have to make sure that we're building on sturdy foundation. So if there's any rotten wood, we have to check that. If there's rotten wood, we have to replace it. So that's why we check in the attic. We're checking the wood in the deck. Exactly. And the structural decking. So that's why they said also the truss is like the what do you call it? The truss is like so like in the attic, in the framing. Basically, so you want to look at those two dead splits in them. That's not a sturdy foundation. It potentially break. So you always want to check like in the attic, the wood, the framing, that there's splits. Yeah. If it's split all the way through, you cannot build on that. That's a big liability. It's been a break and you're responsible for. So there's certain things that you want. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yes. Yeah. Then they have food there, and then we say, hey, this is what the other food is this. Because they're not even check those kind of things, but they attention to detail. So that's why you know you're going to go left. Alright, so you guys like Germany? Yeah.
That was fun.
Good. Great job. Is your body on that one? Hey, okay, so like I said, we do something, so we get your prize. And we're gonna get you guys on training rules. So training rules is gonna be our system, our training manual. So everything on here is gonna be on the training rules. We'll do the first class with certainty. We're gonna get everyone certified too. So make sure you guys do week 7. That's what we're gonna do this week, week 7. Captain will keep you guys updated. But we're gonna get you guys in training, so you guys can do that. Keep up to date and get your certification. So you guys can get an OSHA certificate. You guys can get a certificate. And and you get over the museum as well. This is free. Yeah. But that's why I'm gonna give you the training rule.
So you can catch up.
Yeah, every Tuesday is not gonna be all OSHA. So they're gonna be different trainings. Yes. Not last.
It started November 18th. Yeah, but last week they canceled it last week. So this is our 3rd week.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch you up.
So that we can keep you up to date. Yeah, and then that way you go be able to do the other classes. And then we have online too. So
Yes.
that's online as well. It's okay. This one is the first roof event. So so now we get everybody involved. So the class will get bigger and bigger. The second one got bigger. The third one got a little smaller. We'll get back up there. Yeah, that's it. So make sure you guys are there for next Tuesday from 6 to 8. We're gonna traffic for today was kind of bad, so we should give like a 15-minute grace period for traffic. Other than that, having questions ready. Every class will be different. We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna be doing everything's not gonna be like really hard. We have some making jingles, roofing. So I'm in roofing jingles too. I get paid for it. It's crazy, but it's something, right? You know? For real? I have a couple of them. I have like 6 of them so far. But it's all like roofing stuff as well. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. And we have flying drones and technology. So we're going to show you how to implement AI with roofing as well. We're going to show you how to fly drones. So we show you how to fly drones so that way everybody doesn't have to climb. There's different things like that so that way it's well rounded and then you can figure out how to get it in the day. So whether you want to be a roof owner, if you want to add some culture and add some marketing, things like that. If you want to do the behind the scenes and make sure everyone's organized in detail and get the operations right, there's different parts where everyone's getting to. It's only 2 hours. First said 2 hours, hour 30 minutes, 2 hours. 9 weeks. Yeah. So there's 6 more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The last week though is graduation.
No problem.
Any other questions? Got questions? Okay, so we're gonna get you the info for the training book. Captain has your emails, and then we'll send you out email.